The remarkable story of Ezra and Nehemiah restoring Jerusalem's heart and soul. Dive into the Bible's profound story of Ezra and Nehemiah as they restore Jerusalem's heart and soul through unwavering faith. The teachings of the Lord, and timeless wisdom that guides us on our spiritual journey. I want you to join me on this extraordinary adventure as we uncover the secrets behind one of the Bible's most inspiring narratives, a narrative that has transformed countless lives and continues to shine a light in the darkness. Today, we embark on a journey that not only explores the historical marvels and divine interventions of ancient Jerusalem but also invites you to reflect on your own path, encouraging you to embrace the transformative power of faith and the eternal teachings of the Lord. Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing at the edge of a vast desert, the heat of the sun mingling with the cool whispers of a gentle wind. As you listen to a story that has the power to reshape your understanding of history and faith. I remember the first time I encountered the story of Ezra and Nehemiah, a moment that felt like a divine encounter. A miraculous spark igniting the embers of my soul. It was as if the heavens themselves had aligned to reveal a secret, that even in the midst of chaos and despair, there lies within each of us a divine strength, a spark of hope that can restore not only our inner spirit but the very heart and soul of our communities. And now, I am here to share that experience with you, to guide you through the remarkable journey of these two biblical heroes whose courage and unwavering belief in the teachings of the Lord led to the restoration of Jerusalem. We begin with an opening scene that is nothing short of miraculous, a moment in which the sounds of construction blend with fervent prayers, as if every strike of the hammer were ordained by a divine force. In that sacred atmosphere, Ezra, a man of deep conviction and unmatched piety, ascends the steps of a newly restored temple. The crowd falls into a reverent silence, their eyes fixed on the unfolding miracle. In that heartbeat, every soul in Jerusalem feels an electrifying surge of hope, a call to return to a purer, more devout existence. I ask you, have you ever experienced a moment when everything around you seemed to pause? As if the universe itself was urging you to reclaim a lost purpose? That is the power of the teachings of the Lord, a power that continues to inspire us even today. As we step further into the narrative, we encounter the reality of a city once in ruins. Jerusalem, once a vibrant center of divine presence, had been left in shambles, its temples shattered, its people scattered. Yet, it is in the midst of despair that the promise of renewal shines its brightest. Ezra's fervor to revive the sacred laws and Nehemiah's visionary leadership serve as twin beacons of hope, each urging us to seek restoration from within and around us. Their combined efforts were not only about rebuilding stone and mortar, but about healing hearts, rekindling faith, and forging a community based on the eternal wisdom found in the Bible. I want you to ponder, in what ways can you rebuild the broken parts of your life? Drawing strength from the timeless teachings of the Lord? I invite you to picture Ezra, a man whose life was devoted to the divine word, who saw in the ancient laws the blueprint for a better, more harmonious existence. His mission was not driven by a desire for personal glory, but by an overwhelming need to reconnect his people with the sacred covenant. His relentless pursuit of purity and righteousness calls us to examine our own lives. How often do we neglect the spiritual laws that guide us, opting instead for paths that stray from the divine? Ezra's example is a compelling reminder that true restoration begins when we have the courage to return to our spiritual roots, no matter how daunting the task may seem. Alongside him stands Nehemiah, a leader whose journey from the corridors of a foreign king's palace to the front line of Jerusalem's reconstruction is nothing short of legendary. Nehemiah's vision went far beyond the physical repair of crumbling walls. He saw the rebirth of an entire community. His story is a testament to the idea that when we commit ourselves to a higher purpose, even the most overwhelming obstacles can be overcome. His determination, tempered by prayer and guided by the teachings of the Lord, inspires us to rise above our personal struggles and to lead by example. I ask you now, when have you felt that irresistible call to lead, to build, and to inspire change in the midst of adversity? As we journey together through this narrative, we begin to understand that the story of Jerusalem's restoration mirrors our own inner journeys. Each stone laid by Ezra and Nehemiah represents a step toward healing, a move away from despair and toward the light of faith. Their efforts were a powerful declaration that every shattered part of life can be pieced together anew with patience, determination, and divine guidance. The physical rebuilding of Jerusalem's walls becomes a metaphor for the internal work we must do to restore our own hearts and souls. Have you ever wondered what it might look like to rebuild your inner sanctuary? The answer, as echoed through the Bible's timeless wisdom, is that every act of faith contributes to a greater mosaic of hope and renewal. In the early moments of this breathtaking narrative, there is a palpable sense of divine intervention, a wow factor that transcends time. Imagine being part of a crowd in ancient Jerusalem, where the air is thick with the aroma of incense and the murmurs of prayers. As every individual waits for the miraculous moment of spiritual renewal, in that instant, it is as if heaven touches earth, and you feel an unexplainable surge of divine love coursing through your veins. This is not merely a historical account, it is an invitation to experience the teachings of the Lord on a deeply personal level. It challenges you to step beyond your doubts and embrace a life where miracles are not rare events but daily occurrences born of unwavering faith. The journey of Ezra and Nehemiah teaches us that true restoration is a blend of spiritual and physical renewal. As we follow their steps, we encounter trials and tribulations that test their resolve at every turn. Opposition from external forces, internal struggles with fear and doubt, and the weight of past failures all converge to create moments of intense introspection. And yet, in every trial, there is a lesson, a spark of divine wisdom that lights the way forward. I encourage you to reflect on your own challenges. Can you see the hidden opportunities within your struggles? The Bible reminds us that through every hardship, there is a chance to rebuild stronger and wiser than before. In our modern world, the legacy of Ezra and Nehemiah resonates more than ever. We live in a time of rapid change, where the pressures of everyday life can sometimes obscure the inner light that guides us. Yet, the teachings of the Lord remain as relevant as they were in ancient Jerusalem. Their story is a clarion call for each of us to return to the values that build not just cities, but communities and lives grounded in love, resilience, and hope. Imagine the impact if we all took a moment each day to rebuild one small part of our inner world. A kind word offered to a stranger. A moment of forgiveness extended to someone who has wronged us. Or a decision to seek truth in the midst of confusion. These acts, however small, are the bricks and mortar of spiritual restoration. Now, let us delve even deeper into the heart of this magnificent tale. As the rebuilt walls of Jerusalem rose steadily against the horizon, they became more than just a physical barrier, they transformed into a symbol of hope. A testament to the enduring power of unity and faith. The labor was grueling, and the obstacles were many. But every setback was met with renewed determination. In the face of overwhelming odds, Ezra and Nehemiah demonstrated that it is not the absence of difficulty but the strength of our conviction that defines our journey. I challenge you to think about your own life. What obstacles stand in your way? And how might your perspective change if you viewed them as opportunities for divine growth rather than insurmountable challenges? Our journey through this historical and spiritual landscape is enriched by moments of deep introspection. As we witness the rebuilding of a city that had once been reduced to rubble, we are reminded of the inner work required to mend our own hearts. Each brick laid by the hands of those inspired by the teachings of the Lord serves as a metaphor for the efforts we must invest in our personal restoration. There is a profound beauty in knowing that no matter how broken we may feel, there is always the possibility of renewal. It calls into question, what inner ruins are you ready to transform? How can you harness the timeless wisdom of the Bible to rebuild the parts of your life that have been neglected or lost? It is also essential to acknowledge the role of community in this transformative process. The restoration of Jerusalem was not the work of a single individual, but the collective effort of an entire people united by a common purpose. In our own lives, we often find strength in the support and love of our communities, families, friends, and fellow believers who walk alongside us on our journey. Ezra and Nehemiah understood that true change could only be achieved when people came together. Their hearts aligned in faith and their hands joined in labor. Today, as we navigate a world that sometimes feels disconnected and divided, their example inspires us to reach out, to build bridges, and to create networks of support that uplift everyone involved. I ask you, who in your life can you call upon to join you in your journey of renewal? And how can you, In turn, be a beacon of hope and strength for others? As we consider the challenges faced by these remarkable leaders, we begin to appreciate the delicate balance between human effort and divine intervention. Ezra's dedication to reinstating the sacred laws and Nehemiah's tireless work in rebuilding the city remind us that while our actions are essential, they are most powerful when guided by faith. Their stories are a vivid demonstration that the teachings of the Lord are not static doctrines confined to ancient texts but living principles that actively shape our destiny. Every setback they encountered was met with prayer, perseverance, and a resolute belief that the divine plan was unfolding. This is a lesson for all of us, that when we align our will with the higher purpose outlined in the Bible, we can overcome any challenge, even those that seem insurmountable at first glance. I also want you to consider the role of forgiveness and reconciliation in the process of restoration. In the wake of exile and despair, the act of rebuilding was inseparable from the need to heal old wounds and to forgive past transgressions. Ezra's call to return to the sacred law was, in essence, a call to cleanse not only the city but also the hearts of its people. Forgiveness, as taught in the teachings of the Lord, is the first step toward reclaiming a lost identity and moving forward with renewed purpose. Reflect on your own experiences. How has forgiveness, both given and received, played a role in your journey toward healing? The story of Jerusalem's restoration reminds us that every act of forgiveness is a step toward creating a more compassionate, unified community. In our modern era, the lessons drawn from the remarkable restoration of Jerusalem carry an urgency that cannot be ignored. We are constantly bombarded by challenges, personal, social, and global, that can easily erode our sense of hope. Yet, the enduring narrative of Ezra and Nehemiah offers a counterbalance, a reminder that every crisis is an invitation to rebuild and reinvent. The Bible, with its rich repository of wisdom, teaches us that no matter how fragmented our world may seem, there is always a path toward reconciliation and renewal. I encourage you to explore these teachings further, to delve into the scriptures and allow their transformative message to guide you through your own trials. As our journey unfolds, we come upon a powerful and unique spiritual moment, one that has the wow factor that sets this story apart from any other. Imagine us together in a rarely accessed sacred space, a quiet corner of history where the whispers of ancient prayers still echo off the walls. In that moment, you feel the overwhelming presence of the divine, a surge of energy that transcends time and space, reminding you that miracles are not relics of the past but living realities that continue to shape our lives. It is in moments like these that the true power of the teachings of the Lord is revealed, a power that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, that turns every trial into an opportunity for growth, and that reaffirms our belief that we are never truly alone on our journey. The restoration of Jerusalem is, at its core, a story of hope, a hope that defies the odds, that transforms despair into determination, and that rebuilds not only cities but the very fabric of human existence. It teaches us that every brick of faith we lay, every act of kindness we offer, and every prayer we utter contributes to a larger tapestry of divine grace. As you listen to this narrative, I invite you to let these lessons sink deep into your heart. Consider how you might take these ancient truths and apply them to your modern life, transforming your struggles into stepping stones toward a future illuminated by the eternal light of the Bible. We now arrive at the moment of reflection, where the profound wisdom of Ezra and Nehemiah converges with our own personal quests for meaning. Their story is not simply a chapter in history, it is a living testament to the power of faith, resilience, and unity. It compels each of us to question what it means to live a life guided by divine principles. Are you ready to rebuild the walls of your inner sanctuary? Can you find the strength to forgive old wounds and to embrace a future filled with promise? These are the questions that resonate through every page of this remarkable account, inviting you to become an active participant in your own spiritual restoration. As we draw near to the conclusion of our journey together, I want to leave you with a vision of a world where every broken heart is mended, every shattered dream is pieced back together, and every individual is empowered to rise above the challenges of life through the enduring teachings of the Lord. The legacy of Ezra and Nehemiah is a clarion call to action, a call to build, to heal, and to transform. Their journey reminds us that with unwavering faith and collective effort, Even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. I hope that as you step away from this story, you feel a renewed sense of purpose and an unshakable belief in the possibility of transformation. In closing, I want you to carry with you the enduring legacy of Ezra and Nehemiah, a legacy that speaks to the power of transformation, the beauty of community, and the infinite potential that lies within each of us. Their remarkable journey reminds us that no matter how daunting the task of restoration may seem, every effort, every prayer, and every act of faith contributes to the creation of a brighter, more compassionate world. As you continue on your own spiritual journey, may you find inspiration in their story, drawing strength from the timeless wisdom of the Bible and the guiding light of the teachings of the Lord. Let us all commit to being the architects of our own renewal, to rebuilding not only our personal lives but also the fabric of our communities with love, resilience, and unwavering faith. Remember, the process of restoration is ongoing. It is a continuous journey that requires patience, dedication, and a deep-seated belief in the possibility of change. I stand here with you, not merely as a storyteller, but as a fellow traveler on this path of enlightenment, ready to support you as you take the next steps toward your own miraculous transformation. With every word shared, every insight revealed, I hope you feel the power of faith surging through your veins, ready to propel you toward your own personal restoration. Thank you for joining me on this epic journey of rediscovery and transformation, a journey that, like the story of Ezra and Nehemiah, reminds us that with faith, unity, and the steadfast guidance of the Lord, anything is possible. Let us move forward together, with hearts mended and spirits renewed, forever guided by the eternal light of the Bible and the profound teachings of the Lord. And as you reflect on this narrative, may you find within yourself the courage to rebuild, the wisdom to forgive, and the love to heal. For the true restoration of Jerusalem's heart and soul begins within each one of us. So as we step back into our daily lives, I urge you to remember that every challenge you face is a call to action, a call to rebuild, to reconnect, and to transform your world from the inside out. Embrace the lessons of Ezra and Nehemiah. Let their spirit inspire you to take bold steps toward renewal, and know that you are never alone in this journey. The teachings of the Lord are with you, guiding you, empowering you, and lighting your way forward. May your days be filled with miracles, your nights with peace, and your heart with the unyielding belief that restoration is not only possible, but it is already underway in every act of love and every moment of faith. Thank you for being a part of this transformative experience. Now, go forth and rebuild your world, brick by brick, heart by heart, with the divine strength and timeless wisdom of the Bible lighting your every step.